Have you ever felt constantly tired, even after a full night's sleep? Or maybe you've noticed your gums bleed a little when you brush your teeth. You might just brush it off as stress or needing a new toothbrush. But what if I told you these could be whispers from your body, warning you about something much deeper? Something that could impact your energy, your skin, and even your ability to heal. And what if the solution was hiding in plain sight, in the fruits and vegetables you see every day? Stay with me because what we're about to uncover might just change the way you think about your daily diet and your overall health. Let us talk about a silent problem that affects more people than you might think: vitamin C deficiency. You've probably heard of vitamin C, right? It's that thing in oranges that's supposed to be good for you when you have a cold. But its role in our body is so much bigger, so much more critical than just fighting off the sniffles. Think of vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid, as the master handyman of your body. It's an essential nutrient, which means our bodies can't produce it on their own. We have to get it from our food. This handyman is responsible for some major construction and repair projects. Its biggest job: producing collagen. Now, collagen isn't just for fancy skin creams. It's the most abundant protein in our bodies. It's the structural glue that holds everything together: your skin, bones, blood vessels, tendons, and ligaments. Without enough vitamin C, your body can't make enough collagen. It's like a construction crew running out of cement. The whole structure starts to weaken. So what happens when this foundation starts to crumble? The early signs are subtle. You might feel unusually fatigued and weak. Not just "I'm tired after a long day" weak, but a persistent deep-seated exhaustion that a good night's sleep can't seem to fix. You might also notice your mood taking a nosedive. Feeling irritable, down, or just not like yourself can also be an early signal. It's easy to blame these feelings on a tough week at work, but it could be your body's first cry for help. If these early whispers are ignored, the signs become more obvious and more serious. Let's go back to those bleeding gums. This is one of the classic signs. Without sufficient collagen, the tiny blood vessels in your gums become fragile and break easily. Your gums might become swollen, tender, and prone to bleeding. In severe cases, it can even lead to tooth loss. It's not just your oral health. This fragility affects blood vessels all over your body. Have you ever noticed that you seem to bruise like a peach? A small bump that you barely remember results in a large, dark bruise that takes forever to fade. This is another hallmark of vitamin C deficiency. Those weak blood vessels we just talked about? They rupture easily under the skin, leading to excessive bruising. And what about healing? Remember that little paper cut you got last week? Is it still there, looking red and angry? Vitamin C is crucial for wound healing. It helps form new tissue and blood vessels to repair the damage. When you're deficient, your body's repair crew is working with one hand tied behind its back. Wounds heal much more slowly, and you become more susceptible to infections in those wounds. Let's talk about your skin. Your skin is your body's largest organ and its first line of defense. Strong, healthy collagen keeps your skin firm and resilient. When you're low on vitamin C, your skin can become rough, dry, and scaly. You might also notice strange little red or purple spots on your skin, especially on your thighs and legs. This is caused by bleeding from tiny hair follicles just under the surface. Another sign is something called corkscrew hairs, where your body hairs grow in bent or coiled shapes due to defects in the protein structure as they grow. The problems extend to our joints as well. The cartilage in our joints is rich in collagen. A lack of vitamin C can lead to weak cartilage, causing joint pain and swelling. In severe cases, there can be bleeding into the joints, which is incredibly painful and can cause lasting damage. It can feel like arthritis, but the root cause is purely nutritional. Perhaps one of the most well-known roles of vitamin C is supporting the immune system. It encourages the production of white blood cells, which are our body's soldiers against infection. When your vitamin C levels are low, your immune system is compromised. You might find yourself catching every cold and flu that goes around, and it takes you longer than everyone else to recover. Your body is trying to fight, but it doesn't have the resources it needs to win the battle effectively. Historically, the most severe form of vitamin C deficiency is a disease called scurvy. We often think of it as an old sailor's disease, something from the history books. And while it's rare in developed countries today, it hasn't been completely eradicated. Scurvy is the end-stage result of a prolonged, severe lack of vitamin C. It encompasses all the symptoms we've discussed: extreme fatigue, bleeding gums, tooth loss, non-healing wounds, severe joint pain, and can ultimately be fatal if left untreated. While you might not be at risk for full-blown scurvy, a chronic low-level deficiency, known as subclinical deficiency, can still wreak havoc on your health over time, contributing to chronic disease and a lower quality of life. So, who is at risk? You might be surprised. While it's true that people with very poor diets are at the highest risk, others can be vulnerable too. Smokers, for example, have higher requirements for vitamin C because the oxidative stress from smoking depletes it from the body. People with certain medical conditions, like digestive disorders that affect nutrient absorption, are also at risk. Even those on restrictive diets without proper planning can find themselves falling short. The good news in all of this is that vitamin C deficiency is incredibly easy to prevent and treat. Your body doesn't need massive amounts, just a consistent daily supply, and nature has provided it in abundance. Where can you find this miracle nutrient? The answer is colorful and delicious. Think citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and limes, but don't stop there. Berries, especially strawberries, are packed with it. Tropical fruits like kiwi, mango, and pineapple are excellent sources, and don't forget your vegetables. Bell peppers, particularly the red ones, contain more vitamin C than an orange. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and leafy greens like spinach and kale are all fantastic choices. Even potatoes have a decent amount of vitamin C. The key is to eat a variety of these foods regularly. Aim to include a source of vitamin C in every meal. A glass of orange juice with breakfast, a salad with bell peppers for lunch, and a side of steamed broccoli with dinner. It's that simple. Because vitamin C is water-soluble, your body doesn't store it for long periods, which is why a daily intake is so important. If you suspect you might be deficient, or if you're in a high-risk group, it's always a good idea to speak with a doctor or a registered dietitian. They can assess your diet and, if necessary, recommend a supplement. But for most people, a food-first approach is the best way to go. So the next time you feel that unshakable fatigue or notice a new unexplained bruise, don't just ignore it. Listen to your body. It might be trying to tell you something important. It might just be asking for a little more color on your plate. A little more of that essential handyman, vitamin C, to keep your body's foundation strong, your immune system vigilant, and your energy levels high. Your health is your greatest asset, and sometimes the most powerful tools for protecting it are the simplest and the most delicious. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content to help you live a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.